Peggy Carter ends up making a deal with Dr. Doom in Doomsday, and it's honestly one of the most emotional twists in the whole story. She puts her trust in Robert Downey Jr.'s villain because she truly believes he might be the only one capable of fixing the multiverse and bringing her son back. That's the core of her motivation here. This isn't Peggy acting out of duty or principle like we usually see. She's acting out of grief, hope, and desperation. And that makes her willing to side with someone the rest of the heroes see as a walking red flag. The movie leans hard into magic. WandaVision gets referenced, the Darkhold plays a real role again, and Agatha Harkness is part of the mix too. And just to clear up one of the biggest theories right away, Downey is not playing some tortured Stark variant who got broken by Kang and turned into Doom. That's not what's happening. He's playing Victor Von Doom as his own person, completely separate from Iron Man. No Twisted Tony connection, no Frankenstein mashup. This is the real Doom, the ruler of Latveria, the guy who blends science with sorcery, who believes his vision is the only one that matters. Downey playing him straight gives the character room to fully exist without being tied down as just an Iron Man echo. The Disney Plus shows also don't connect as much as people might expect. Vision Quest has some relevance, probably dealing with White Vision trying to recover his memories, which could overlap with the multiverse chaos. But beyond that, the movie stands on its own. You don't need to binge every Marvel series just to keep up. The real connective thread comes more from Spider-Man Brand New Day, which feeds directly into what's happening here. Structurally, this movie also doesn't feel like Infinity War or Endgame. Instead of one massive team forming early and marching toward one giant climax, you get multiple groups operating separately, each handling their own mission before eventually converging. It makes the whole thing feel more modular, like different threads weaving together instead of everyone moving in lockstep from the start. The Watcher shows up, which immediately tells you the stakes have escalated beyond planetary or even galactic threats. This cosmic entity observes everything across infinite timelines without interfering, maintaining that oath of neutrality no matter what horrors unfold. His presence in Doomsday confirms we're dealing with existential danger spanning every reality simultaneously. If you caught What If or stuck around for the Guardians of the Galaxy sequel's post-credits scene, you've seen him before. Here, he's back to witness whatever catastrophe is about to reshape existence itself, and there's speculation he might actually break his non-interference oath, which would be absolutely massive. The Beyonders, those reality-warping cosmic beings who sit at the top of the power hierarchy in Marvel Comics, don't appear to factor into this story. There's been no solid evidence of their involvement, no hints or references from reliable sources. That's probably smart from a storytelling perspective because those entities operate on such an incomprehensible level that even Infinity Stones become irrelevant toys by comparison. Introducing them would require explaining cosmic mechanics so abstract that the movie might buckle under its own complexity. Keeping them off the table lets the focus stay on Doom, the heroes, and the magical forces tearing reality apart. Leaked information suggests the movie opens with the multiverse already in crisis mode. We're not getting a slow escalation where things gradually worsen. Realities are bleeding into each other from frame one, creating bizarre pockets where different timelines overlap and collide. Imagine New York streets where buildings from alternate universes phase in and out of existence, where the sky flickers between different times of day, where people blink out of reality mid-sentence. That's the chaos our heroes wake up to, already scrambling to contain a disaster that's spiraling out of control. Doom isn't building toward power when the story begins, he already possesses it. According to the rumors, he's conquered multiple realities before the opening credits roll, establishing himself as the supreme authority across several universes. He presents himself as the only force capable of bringing order to the collapsing multiverse, positioning his authoritarian rule as the lesser evil compared to total annihilation. It's a compelling villain angle, because from his perspective, he's the hero making impossible choices that softer, weaker leaders couldn't stomach. The variant situation sounds wild. We're supposedly getting alternate versions of familiar characters playing significant roles beyond simple cameos. There's chatter about a Steve Rogers who became Captain Hydra in his timeline, whispers of a reality where Thanos succeeded with his snap, but then tried to reverse it and failed catastrophically. These variants aren't just nostalgic Easter eggs, they're integral to demonstrating the butterfly effect of heroic choices across infinite possibilities. The Fantastic Four are apparently caught in dimensional limbo, not fully integrated into into Earth 616 yet, but accessible to Doom, who can reach their reality. The leaks suggest Reed and Victor share history as former colleagues or academic rivals before Doom's descent into megalomania. That personal connection fuels their conflict, with Reed seeing through Doom's manipulation instantly while struggling to convince heroes from another universe that this supposed savior is actually a tyrant wearing a crown of lies. And yeah, people are expecting huge cameos. Fans are expecting meaningful appearances from characters we haven't seen in years, not just quick fan service moments. There's talk about Damson Idris appearing as an alternate Black Panther. Rumors about Netflix Defenders showing up, led by Daredevil, have gained traction. Magic operates on a transaction basis. Every spell demands payment, every reality manipulation requires sacrifice. The Darkhold corrupted Wanda precisely because it extracted pieces of her soul with each use. Doom's been wielding immense power, but he's not paying those costs himself. He's been draining other people, other entire realities, using them as fuel for his abilities. It's vampiric on a universal scale, and he's convinced himself it's justified because the alternative is complete oblivion. Latveria itself supposedly exists as something beyond a normal nation. In Doomsday, Doom's new kingdom anchors itself to multiple realities simultaneously, existing outside conventional space and time. It draws resources and energy from every universe it touches. When heroes finally breach his fortress, they navigate a castle where each room might exist in a different reality, where physics change from one hallway to the next. It's the ultimate stronghold because Doom literally controls the fundamental nature of reality within its walls, and he'll apparently create something called Battleworld as his crowning achievement. Emotionally, the story revolves around regret and the cost of fixing mistakes. Doom offers heroes the chance to undo what they've lost, but the price is always worse than they expect. There's even supposedly a moment where the heroes realize Doom isn't truly repairing the multiverse. Every time he saves one reality, he destroys another to do it. He's cannibalizing dying universes to prop up the ones he considers worthy, and he genuinely believes it's justified. In his mind, saving some is better than losing all, and only he has the will to make that choice. The final conflict doesn't end with Doom losing in a traditional way. Doom creates Battleworld. The multiverse contracts, universes merge, barriers shift, and whatever comes out the other side leaves the MCU fundamentally changed. That sets up Secret Wars as dealing with the aftermath of a multiverse that will never look the same again. The tone is also darker than previous Avengers movies. Entire universes collapse instantly, billions erased forever. Thanos snapping away half of life almost looks merciful by comparison, because at least those people could be brought back. When a universe dies here, it's gone permanently, wiped from existence like it never happened. That's the scale Doomsday is playing with, and it's why everyone is losing their minds waiting to see how Marvel actually pulls this off. The post-credit scenes are apparently going to be crucial for setting up not just Secret Wars, but the entire next phase of the MCU. What's really fascinating is how this film could redefine what we think of as the main MCU timeline. If realities are merging, if Doom succeeds even partially in reshaping the multiverse, then Earth 616 as we know it might not exist anymore. We could be looking at a soft reboot where certain characters have different histories, where events from other universes are now part of the main continuity. That would be a bold move, but it would also give Marvel creative freedom to make changes without having to explain away every continuity hiccup. The fan theories are endless. Some people think Doom is actually trying to prevent an even bigger threat, something so terrible that his methods are the lesser evil. Others believe he's been manipulated by a higher power and doesn't realize he's a pawn in someone else's game. There are crazy theories that Peggy's son is actually a variant of a major Marvel character, maybe even Steve Rogers himself from a reality where he and Peggy had a different life. The speculation is part of the fun, everyone trying to piece together the puzzle from fragments of information.